Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ashley Ruska and I'm a descendant of the Yagara people. For those of you who may not know, the Yagara people are one of the local tribes which occupied the Brisbane region and surrounding areas, stretching all the way from the mouth of the Brisbane River right out to the Great Dividing Ranges just at the foothills of the Warwick and Toowoomba Range, back down through to the Caboolture River and as far down south as the Logan River. Now within this particular tribe, there are several different subclans. We have the Jagara, the Yagara, the Yugurupul, and also the Turrbal people. And these different subclans will make up a much larger Yagara-speaking language group. Now, if you didn't know, here within Australia, we have over 350 different Aboriginal countries or Aboriginal tribes. Each one of these tribal groups will have their own set of customs, their own laws, their own traditions, and in most cases, we'll even have our own languages. Some of these groups can have up to 2 or 3 different dialects of their own language. So you can imagine just how hard it was to communicate with each other. But many, many years ago, we had what we call a mukan. And the mukan was the message stick man. And this person was gifted with the message stick. And if you've never seen a message stick before, it's a small piece of wood, probably about the size of this microphone. And this stick would have carvings, markings or paintings on it, depicting a reason as to why someone may have entered into your land. It acted similar to a modern day passport. And this person would be entrusted to learn all the different languages surrounding the area, and sometimes walk for months at a time to deliver a message. We held a lot of emphasis on this because there were so many different mobs and so many different tribes. And as I said before, the message stick acted similar to a modern day passport, and if you were to go into someone else's land and you weren't welcomed in by that particular tribe and you didn't offer up a message stick, then there's a very, very good chance that you'll be speared right there on the spot. So I'll speak on everyone's behalf when I say I'm glad they invented the telephone these days, eh? But on behalf of the tribal groups that I've mentioned, the Jagara, the Yagara, the Yugurupul, and also the Turrbal people, we'd like to extend a warm welcome here to everyone. And just on behalf of our people, we'd like to say, Yirirangamani, Intakanari na Bajara, Malangamindu Nanya Birli Nanya Bayami Jara, which means you're all welcome to gather here on this country, and may God and all of our ancestors guide us in peace. This part of the country which we're on today, as I said, is known as the Yagara country, and our people, we still like to keep a strong connection to this country. There are still places within this country, within the city here, which hold great significance to our people. There are places like Meanjin, which is just over on the bridge there, just behind the river stage. And on the low tide, when the tide used to go out, we would all gather down there. We would let the children play down at the shores of the river, and we would have a huge feast. Now today that tradition continues with the river stage there. Every weekend people go there to celebrate and to share in festivities. Up on the top of those cliffs at Woolloongabba was for our people a place where we would meet to battle, to settle any differences. Now today that tradition is still carried on with the Gabba. Every weekend we go there and we have a little bit of a war. Not as intense, but still a war. And also Musgrave Park. Now Musgrave Park for our people has been a very significant place because for generations it's been a place where our people have met, and we continue to do so every year at NAIDOC Week. So once again, just on behalf of our people, we'd like to extend a warm welcome and just say on behalf of our people, Yirirangamani, Intakanari na Bajara, Malangabindu Nanya Birli Nanya Bayami Jara, and Yuwai. Yuwai to our people, it means it's sad times now because we're leaving, but one day we'll all see each other again. And if not here on earth, then up in Burley Jar. So Yuwai, thank you.